Hey guys, today I wanted to take you into where I worked. I work at SolBridge, so today I'm going to give you a little tour. Come follow me. I'm at the entrance here and just kind of want to show you what the lobby looks like. Usually there's a lot of foot traffic when the buses come and all the students go in waves to the elevators, and very nice and clean, very inviting for guests. And let me show you what else we have on the first floor. This is our other shot of our lobby. These are the elevators that only students can use, so it gets pretty cramped in here when all hundreds of students are trying to get to their classes without being late. I just walked across the way. This is Sol Bistro, which is a coffee shop. You can get snacks, pastries, coffees, pretty much anything that you need to stay awake if you're a student. The other thing I love about the school here is we have a restaurant, and this is called Seoul Korean. It's one of my favorite restaurants ever. So here's the entrance, Seoul Korean. And here's their menu, their special. They have the freshest kimbap banchan out of this world. I wish I could eat it every day, but it is kind of expensive. So only for special occasions do I ever splurge. Here is a shot. This is the other restaurant called Seoul Dory. This is what you have on the first floor. You got coffee, you got Seoul Bistro, you've got Korean, and basically this is mainly it unless you walk across the street. There's some other local shops that a lot of the students go to for cheap kimbap or ramyeon, and so this is what you have. Ooh. Fancy, fancy, right? Behind me is the gym, and it's actually owned by a third party called SolBridge, but professors and students can get a discount. It's $60. They have access to the gym and the sauna and also the swimming pool, so it's a really good deal. I was working out here for a long time, but then I started to run into students too much, and it was kind of awkward, and the gym's a little small, so I found a cheaper gym nearby my house, and I ended up working out there. That is one of the fitness studios. We offer spin here, and the other interesting thing is because the gym and the facility is owned by a third party, anyone from the public can come and use the facilities, including the pool. I am on the basement floor right now, and there's so much awkward space. I don't even understand. Let me show you. And this is the pool where I would do my laps when I started swimming here. I wanted to do something low impact, but the problem got to be that there's too many people swimming in the same lane, and I was a terrible swimmer and I had no direction. So I ended up bumping into so many people that I ended up just stopped swimming. But eventually that'll be my goal to pick that back up. But right now they're doing an awesome swim class and it looks like it's packed. Now I am on my way back up to work. This is the first classroom I ever taught in. I taught my diversity management class in this, and I had 50 students and there were 50 seats, so it made it really cramped, and eventually moved on to a bigger classroom. But I really enjoyed having the environment here because you have all the technology you need. We're able to play YouTube videos, we're able to have really great sound, and obviously the whiteboards, and everything is super set up. So I really enjoyed my experience teaching here. The classroom overlooks the city. So let me show you. All the classrooms look the same for the most part, just by size. Here's the view. One thing that's unique about this school is it doesn't have a campus feel. It's basically a really tall building. It has 14 floors. Being a teacher was really fun. I was able to interact with students. You know, we weren't a huge age difference, but it was fun to be able to give them real life stories from my own experience in human resource management, and also just to find out from their country and their perspective what differences existed in human resources. So it was a very collaborative class. I really enjoyed it, and I really bonded with several students, and I really hope to stay in contact with them in the future. But being a teacher was really hard because a lot of the students were always on their phone, and I never made a policy that they couldn't have their phones in class, because if I think about myself, like, what would I do with my phone? So I let them have their phones, and I made the decision that if they wanted to be on their phone, they could, or they could be in the class. And being a teacher was really rewarding because many students would give me feedback, you know, either on the final exam, they would write a note, or they would tell me that they really appreciated all the time and effort I put into various different activities. And so I found it really fun, but also challenging. Being a teacher, you realize that you need to find different ways to interact with students because, let's face it, we all have lives, we all have better things that we could be doing with our time. So it really challenged me to try to think of new, innovative ways to teach. So I came up with a lot of different activities and a lot of different ways other than PowerPoints. PowerPoints are the worst. No one pays attention to them. I just wanted to take you into my first classroom where I taught diversity management. I had 50 students I had never taught before, but it was really, really worth it, and I can just say for sure that I'm really happy that I had the opportunity to teach here because I think the facilities and the faculty are world class, and I was able to meet a lot of amazing students and profoundly talented people. Now I'm going to show you where all the professors' offices are. So this is where the professors are. They all have 2 people per office, and there's a fishbowl that's in the center for conferences and meetings. Right now I'm on the 13th floor, and this is where all the conferences are. We've had seminars, faculty seminars, and they're held here. Like I said, the facilities here are world class. We do have a lot of government funding because of all the projects and all of the talented faculty we have here, so we're very lucky. Sometimes I would come up here and have lunch, and then I got kicked out, so I didn't do that anymore. Highly misleading. I've never seen a minibar here, but it would be awesome. As I mentioned before, this building has 14 floors, and actually up there, that's where the hotels are. So we have our own hotels in the facility, and when people are staying or visitors, it's convenient. They can come up there and spend the night. This is my favorite sanctuary of all the gymnasium. I have all my Skype calls here. Every time I want privacy, I usually come up and sit on the bleachers and just chill out here. So this gym has a lot of equipment that's free that students can use, but I never use it. I don't think it's very clean. You got weights, all kinds of equipment. I rarely see people use it, but I think it's cool that we offer it, and they don't have to worry about paying for the gym that we have downstairs, which is kind of spendy. It's free. And as you can see, there's a lot of fun stuff to do. I've seen people kicking soccer balls around, playing basketball, which is what I usually do. Sometimes I'll come down and shoot some hoops when I am dying at my desk, and just come in here and get some quiet time. And a lot of times the gym is really underutilized. We're still on the 3rd floor. This is adjacent to the gym, but I just wanted to show you this is one of the areas where the students do homework and hang out. There's tables. It's like a common area. There's a writing center there. We're gonna head down to the 3rd floor, so let's take the elevator. I'm gonna go to 2. Don't think we have enough elevators. We have about 5 elevators in the facility. I mean, it is really tall, 14 stories, so it's necessary. So we're on the 2nd floor, and this is another common area for students. saw behind me is our library, but I have to be quiet. Everyone's studying for finals. Here's a hallway. And I will show you the cafeteria. Cafeteria is really popular here. It's only $4 for lunch, $6 for dinner, and you can get as much as you want that you can pile on your plate. You just can't go back for seconds. And so a lot of the faculty will eat here. It's super cheap. It's probably cheaper than bringing your own lunch. And we will kind of go through the kitchen and see if they have anything cooking. Only 11 right now, so they're still working on preparing lunch, which starts at 12 to 1. And this is another area that our students like to sit at. Okay, so I just stumbled across something I didn't even know we had, and it is this really cool table setup. Got all the apps, Windows 10. My first Google search, success. Another reason why this school is awesome. This is another common area. Chillax, relaxing and chilling here. And look who I came across, Dimitri.
Hello.
My student I've had for both classes, and he's so talented, plays 3 different instruments, so I caught him playing a piano in the dark. He said he was gonna play a little something something for us. So that's the dark auditorium, but where all of our platinum lectures are held, our graduation ceremonies, and our movie night too. I hope you liked that video and it gave you kind of perspective of where I work and kind of what I do in Korea. Bye.
3, 2, 1, throw! Congratulations to all graduating students.